Hey everyone, I almost forgot to press that go live button. I'm a boomer here, right? So I got my really good friend here, Paulie the Latino Slant,
My
and we're
very
gonna
good
talk
friend.
some very very good friend. We're gonna talk some Spidey Man. No, I did not decapitate Spider Man. He's okay, but I got
Man,
the uh, I got the popcorn bucket. I ate
it,
all the popcorn.
what theater is that from? I ate all my popcorn too. Was that
AMC,
AMC?
AMC. Yep,
Okay.
AMC. Yep. So I got this, and then there's also was a popcorn bucket that was the torso Spidey Man. And that was I guess maybe a little bit cheaper. I don't know, but it was a bucket. And my friend was joking like they should have the body and the head. You could buy them both and put them
I'm
together. And
gonna
then I
share
did
this
get
with you.
the drink here. Let's see, we got some
Yeah,
merch.
nice. So this is Cinemark stuff, and let me see. This is the one I was telling you about.
That's the drink one, right? Yeah, yeah.
That
Oh,
I
that looks
wanted.
nice.
Yeah,
So it's like
really
30
nice.
bucks, you said, right?
That one was 7.
Oh, okay,
So
that's the cheap one. Oh, look at
that's the
that.
cheap
Is that
one.
is popcorn?
It's a hand. It's a drink.
Yeah, but is that a popcorn holder or
It's a
like?
drink. Look, it's a straw.
Oh, it's a drink. Oh, that is wicked cool. I thought you could put the popcorn in the top there.
Right? No, no.
You could have both. You know, you could have your candy or your popcorn in the top and the drink in the bottom.
Yeah,
I didn't get to be this size without thinking of things like that.
but yeah. They had. I didn't see that hand or. There's a
So
lot that
that's
they.
Cinemark, right? Yeah.
The Cinemark.
Yeah, see
Yeah.
the popcorn's in there, Paulie. See, don't doubt me when it
Oh,
comes
okay.
to
Yeah.
food.
No, you're right.
I'm teasing, but yeah.
Yeah. There you go. That must.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. You got the drink and your popcorn together.
Oh,
Oh,
look at that.
see? See?
Thick.
Oh, that is oh man. That's all
Yeah.
and then that's practical too. Yep, yep.
But I
Oh,
wanted this one, man. That's the one I wanted.
that is nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it was $30. I was like, ah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't have it. And that one was for $7.99. The
Yeah, the
comic book. Yeah.
El Cheapo
Yeah.
one, right? Yeah,
So
yeah,
I was just like, nah, man, I'm good.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm good.
we don't have anyone here in the chat yet. That's weird. I guess we're definitely live, right? We are live. Yep.
Let me check. Let me check
Yeah, yeah.
the
Two
YouTubes,
watching.
and
Yeah,
we'll
so it says
share it out.
yeah. So
We'll,
we are live. Yeah, we're not
we'll,
Memorex yet because I had screwed up the stream. I'd had it set for
yeah, there's. Let me see. You got 13 people watching.
okay. There we go. It's
Your
catching up. Yep.
your oh, what
There we
anonymous
go.
said hi.
There we go. Now the comments are rolling in.
Now they're coming in.
Hey, there we go.
Coming around the
Germ,
mountain.
Germ doesn't like the merch. Yeah, so you didn't. I thought this was kind of. Let me make it. Oh, let me put us back here. I thought this was kind of cool, Germ. You don't like this? I
Hmm.
mean, it's pretty cool. I thought. Yeah, I like that other one with the.
I mean, if you don't like this merch, then there's something wrong with you.
Well, I love Resolute Germ. So, but
Lame
yeah,
merch? Come
I
on,
think,
man. What
I
is
think it's
lame
pretty
about it?
cool. I mean, maybe we could light it up, maybe, but
I mean, it's
you know, this
pretty
is
creative.
if you look like the lines are like the wrong those lines don't match up in the front under his nose there. I don't know if that's just mine. As I'm looking at it really close,
Yeah,
like
maybe.
there's some paint job there that doesn't look that good, but that's more of a and I could have 3D printed this, so uh but yeah, it's I was joking with my buddies. We go to all the Marvel movies together, me and my buddy Chris, and I'm like, do
Hmm.
you think I should try to put this in the bedroom or on the nightstand or like I'm trying my wife will kill me. She's like, "You've got enough stuff." She's like, "When we fix the bedroom, you're getting." I have some really cool Spider-Man statues in my bedroom on my nightstand or
Oh
my
my God,
dresser.
she lets you have that up there?
Well, she said as soon as we redo it, I should take a picture to show everyone. But and I've got some toys and stuff on my. Does it look like I'd have toys on my dresser? So she's like, "But we redo the room and we do it nice. It's gonna be it's gonna be you know, not all that crap is out of here." So yeah, we're laughing about that. But then I did get this this cup here. I'm big in the big of this. But I want to do a video and put this together.
Yeah,
But
do
this
the whole
cup looks
thing.
pretty cool. So you got the Spidey. Spidey spins around the top. I guess you spin your soda around. But it's a pretty good quality cup here. Yeah. So we got the Thwip there. We got
Good, man.
Spidey, brand new day. We got the Spidey tracker there.
So I didn't listen to your out of the theater
A quick reaction.
reaction.
Yep.
So yeah, what's your overall take, man?
I really loved it. Yeah. In some ways, I think it was better than Spider-Man: No Way Home. I mean, Spider-Man was very good, but that's that the tagline we put up. Or here's the Spidey that goes, I guess, on the cup here. So then he swings. Spidey swings around your. I guess he swings around your cup here. I gotta set this. Read
Would
the
you put your
instructions
toys
here.
down?
Yeah, put it. Come on, you don't make
God.
that. Yeah, God, get to the review. But no, I loved it. I mean, I love the writing. As we're talking, in the green room before, just a couple minutes. The writing is really good. Like we're not going to do spoilers for the first part of the show, and then we'll hit the spoilers. But in a movie when you see something happens, like that was so dumb, or that can't be happening, and the writing answered it right away. We'll mention it after we get to the spoiler part. But hail to Deeple. And yeah, just the heart of this movie was great. So as I was saying, I think the message of this movie is you gotta have your friends with you. You can't just do it alone in life and in general. You can't be alone, or you gotta look for your friends, and your friends are willing to help you and stand up for you. And I love that part of the movie because Peter Parker is always a down on his luck, the Parker luck, and things don't always go his way, and that's what's charming about the character and endearing because you can kind of relate to that, right? Like my life kind of sucks, or this was bad, and Peter Parker's got all these superpowers, and things are still struggle, is trying to make money, make ends meet, get through school, and that's why it's so relatable. So this movie could have been too depressing, but it really ends on a high note. It left me when I came out of the movie theater. I felt good about this movie and about Spider-Man, not where it could have really ended on a downer, right? Hey, Tom says, "Oh, stupid long view. I want." Oh, I clicked on the wrong. I'm clicking on the wrong thing there. Hey, Tom, great to see you. Tom's on the vertical side. Why is this not coming through? I think my stream is kind of screwed up here, but who knows? What do I know about doing YouTube? But what did you think, Paulie? What was your?
Well, I just saw it for the second time. I just got back a little while ago, and it's a great second watch, man. I mean, I don't know what to tell anyone. It's so enjoyable. It really is. They really knocked it out of the park. So without any spoilers or details, the writing is so good that everything is full round circle.
Yeah.
Starting from the ending of the last movie, because that's really what he's dealing with. So the end of this last movie, every character you see in this film, everyone comes full circle around, full round circle. Some are like simple, some are a little more complex, especially Peter and his closer relationships. But man, yeah, and then of course, it looks gorgeous. God.
Yeah, no, it looked great. Yeah. Looked awesome. Yep.
And without any other spoilers, again, I saw a lot of homages for me to Superman, The Matrix, the movie Fallen with Denzel Washington. It's a great superhero film. It's probably going to go down as
awesome.
one of the best.
No, I think it was really satisfying to see, and it was awesome. It really, really well done. You know what happened? I think I have the vertical stream is on my chat, so I can't show the horizontal stream. I think if I leave and come back, it'll fix it. So
okay. Go ahead, leave and come back.
I'm gonna leave and come back, and you can
So,
I'll make you embiggened, I guess, just so it
yeah,
not too embiggened, but just put you soul. Let's see, can I do? Oh, I'm just gonna remove myself.
Okay, Deeple 101 TLDR review. Is it quote unquote, I'd recommend you to see it in the theaters, see it on streaming, or no need to watch. Ahoy, 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 Deeple. I'd highly recommend you see it in the theater. And I'm going to do a video on this, man, in regards to the studios and the cinemas companies. They've really turned around going back to the movies. They made it a thing. Like the MLB has made it a thing to you. It's an event when you go to a baseball game that you can't duplicate anywhere else. And they're really knocking it out of the park. So go see in the theater, Deeple.
Yeah, because I was mentioning to you this morning before we pumped up. I said like some of our old movie theaters, when they turned them into multiplexes, like you had like one of those grand old movie theater with like 500 seats. It was a massive screen, and they chopped it up into like 3 movies. So you go to see it, and like the picture is like 20 by 20. Like, yeah, it's bigger than at home, but I'm like, I want to pay half price. So now with the Odyssey, we're getting back to those grand old, big huge screen. It doesn't have to be an IMAX, but at least you're getting bang for your buck. And
well, let's look at what we have we're ending July, so the first 7 months of this year. Look at these quality films that we suggest you go see in the theater. Project Hail Mary, Michael. If you like the animated stuff, then you have the Super Mario. You have what's the other big one? Just making Toy Story.
Toy Story 5 was big, right? Yeah.
Right. And now you have the Odyssey, which I understand is not for everyone, but listen, people are waiting in line for the IMAX experience only. And now you're going to have the Spider-Man. It's been a really great year for going to the cinema. And so I think
cinema's back.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah.
The top 5 for the year are here, I'll just share my screen here. Oh, I turned my camera off instead of sharing the screen. So this is for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Domestic, right? This domestic. Toy Story 5 is actually right now at this moment number 1, right?
Okay. Yeah.
This is domestic only. Yep. So Super Mario, Michael, Tom's favorite movie. Yep. Project Hail Mary, Odyssey, Obsession, that great indie film with Indy Navarrete. Or I guess is it technically not really an indie film, I guess, but
no, it's totally an independent film.
You would consider indie, yeah. Just the distribution is.
No, it was made for under $1 million.
yeah, okay.
They got lucky with when it got bought by a major studio.
Okay.
Right, but there's
totally independent in the production, yeah.
Right, there's tons of movies that do that every year and don't get seen or bought, or don't have the reaction. I believed it was screened at a midnight screening at the Toronto Film Festival last year, and that's how it got bought, because it was seen. But yeah, then the Hollywood machine took over as far as like advertising and marketing, but it is a total indie. Backrooms is a little more studio mentoring.
Okay.
And I think it was made 15 million. Still cheap.
Yeah,
still cheap. But they did work for several years with Blumhouse, to mentor this director. Anyways,
yeah.
Devil Wears Prada, Star Wars, and Hoppers.
Yeah, that rounds it out. Yeah. So Germ, my buddy Germ, is saying, one good movie a month is better than been done a long time, but wouldn't say they're back. Well, at least we can agree they're on the right track, right? The revenue is up. We look at the revenue, and what I really like is the theater experience is back, and hopefully they'll give us more good movies and movies that aren't Garbaggio. As Phil, hey Phil, great to see you. Says I heart Clobbering Times. Let's play our buddy Clobby. Let's play our We Love Clobbering Times. Yep. Let's see.
I just love Clobbering Time.
great to see you, Phil. Thank you for popping by. Yep. So yeah, I think you're going to see the revenue is going to be on the
Yeah.
upswing. And
Let me share my screen, because I would argue that there's more than one good movie a month that comes out, guys. And you can look at our recent box office. You got that?
yep, I'm clicking on it. It's not there. It goes. Yep.
Make it a little bigger.
There we go. Yeah. Let me embiggen it so people can see the numbers. Yep.
So this is the Wednesday's box office numbers. So you look at these 10 right here, and yeah, Minions and Monsters and Moana aren't really performing, but the families are still going. I'm looking down here where you have Evil Dead Burn and Young Washington doing very well for their budgets. And I was not a fan of Evil Dead Burn, but I was a fan of Young Washington. I could say out of this current 10, and that's not including Spider-Man, I would recommend 3 of these films for you to see in the theater.
Yeah.
Obsession, Young Washington, and The Odyssey. Like, great theater experiences. I can't say the rest for the other ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, has there been a lot of flops? Absolutely. Masters, Scary, Supergirl, Unmitigated,
disaster.
Yeah, man. And you could argue that the Mando was a soft, was a disappointment.
Yep. For a Star Wars movie, yeah.
For a Star Wars movie, it's hey, they're still hanging tight with 60 theaters.
Yeah, they're trying to get over a round number there, maybe.
Oh yeah, let's see what they're.
Sometimes they hang on just so they can hit that next.
Good. Yeah.
Hit that next number, right?
They're probably They probably want to hit 345, so they're probably going to do that in the next few days. Okay.
That's probably what.
That's kind of silly, but
they do that kind of stuff. Yeah.
They're going to make a lot of money on the pre-sale for the 4K and on streaming. Which is it streaming now?
I think it's streaming soon. I don't think it's on yet, isn't it?
Here, I'm finding out. July 21st.
I think it's next couple.
No, it's been streaming. Let me see what's the price.
Let's see.
$24.99 to rent, $29.99 to purchase digitally on Amazon Prime and Apple TV. I'll be very curious to see how they sell. Not available on Disney. It's not gonna be in Disney Plus till like the end of August. Their Blu-ray for Ultra 4K comes out August 25th.
So that's what they do. Yeah, you got VOD first, so it's streaming now, and then if you want to wait for it's quote unquote free with your Disney Plus subscription. I did just send Tom the link, so if you're still
on there listening, why'd you do that?
Why'd you do that? Yeah,
I want to have a good time. Mando debuted #1 Fandango's weekly premium video on demand for July 20th, 26th, as you would imagine. It hit #1 on digital platforms, Apple TV, Prime. So we'll get more exact numbers probably in a week. But I'd say it's going to make millions off of this for the next 30 days. So,
yeah.
Anyways,
I think it's good. I think it's going to do really. I mean, Mando, it was a disappointment for a Star Wars movie, but as I've said over and over, they're going to make more money than if they had done this as a separate season. Another season of The Mandalorian. So because they would have had 8 to 10 episodes, it would have cost more money. And what revenue do they get from Disney Plus? Right? I mean, direct revenue.
Well, the revenue is new subscribers.
Yeah. But I think you would get more money from making people to pay $15-$20 in the movie theater.
Well, No. You actually make more money on the VOD sales because you get a bigger cut. Right
On
right
that
now
end,
you're
yeah,
getting
yeah.
you're getting the biggest cut. So they also probably knew, look, the Mando crowd, we're going to get a lot of people that are just not going to go see this in the theater. They're going to wait till it's on VOD. And I think that's what's happening. So, what's funny is that a lot of people are using now they're using those numbers in a positive because they're trying to,
Yeah.
suppress the Odyssey ticket.
Yeah.
Well, it's less, more people went to go see the Mandalorian. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, now man, the Mando's a hit. What's
Right.
I can't keep up.
Well, let's get back to Spidey, but I think in
Okay.
general the
Yeah.
movie theater they're doing the trend is in the right direction, we'll say so. But
I would say
here
so. I would
let's
say so.
I'll pull up some Spidey Man pictures. So yeah, so we're gonna keep doing
Mm.
non-spoilers, and when we hit the spoilers, we'll put that up. But
Hmm.
because I was watching Tom last night, and when he went into spoilers, the first time I've ever turned off Tom. No offense, Tom, but he's like, "We're getting to the spoilers now." I'm like, "I don't want spoilers before I see this
Man,
movie, especially
they
this one."
started
So,
so late. I thought they were going to start an hour earlier. They started my time at 11 p.m. I'm like, yeah, I'm passing out. I'm
yeah.
passing out. Oh yeah, and Fletcher Williams is absolutely right. He's 10 minutes ago he posted, cool seeing the theater packed. All
Yeah,
the theaters I was at, the Cinemark, not only was it a majority of Spidey screens, but it was tons of people.
families
Tons of
too. A lot of families.
all families, bro.
Yeah. A lot of
Oh
families.
my
Yeah.
God, multi-generational. And then, I'm seeing this movie in the hood, as I told you. So, it's a lot of familias.
Yeah.
But hey, man,
But that's what it should be. That's what it should be.
and they're all wearing Spidey stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of
They're
Spidey stuff.
they're all wearing Spidey stuff. I'm like, I think Spidey's taking over Batman.
Yeah, I got my Spidey.
Yeah, I don't have a Spidey shirt.
I got my Spidey shirt. I got Spidey. Well, he's always on my microphone here with his webs.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Bruce Lee was on my microphone for a while, but he fell.
he fell. Yep.
But
Um,
I think Spider-Man is taking over. Yeah. Same buddy,
sold
Hepburn.
out. Wow, well, that's
Hmm.
awesome. Yeah. My wife wants to go see this with my
Hmm.
buddy Chris would go again too. So I got to check to see if there might not even be tickets left in the good, the good movie, the better movie theaters sell out too. So if I'm gonna go see a movie, I want to see in the Dolby Digital or the IMAX or the bigger. I'm a movie snob now too, but you're paying the movies are $15-20, so like I at least want to be on the best screen. But now Ruffalo has been driving me nuts off the screen, but I have to say I did like his portrayal of Banner in this version. He's not in it a ton. We won't get into spoilers obviously yet,
Hmm.
but he does have a charm and he's a good actor. But I thought his part was good. And then of course you've seen this. This is stuff from the trailer, so something's happened to Peter with his DNA, and that's why he goes to see Banner. And you know all that from the trailer.
Yeah, that's
So
in basically, guys, the scene with Ruffalo. That's the scene he's in. Like, there's one more scene where they're walking in the courtyard of the university, but it's a continuation of where they're at in the classroom. So he's barely in it, and then of
yeah,
course the Hulk is in it, and it's really cool.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
And hey, Tetrarchy says, "Hail by phone. Did Paulie replace Bruce Lee with Simu Liu?" I don't think
No,
so. No.
no. You know what? It's a Bruce Lee magnet, and our neighbors had traveled to. One of the neighbors is Chinese, and they traveled to China last month, and they brought back this dope magnet and had Bruce Lee in
Yeah.
it. And I had it up here in my thing, but it fell in the other room.
Oh,
No, I'm
okay.
not.
Yeah.
I Simo is really. I just don't think he's got what it takes to be a cinema star.
No.
I mean, I don't care about anything does or says. See, the thing with Ruffalo is, like you said, is that he's got a charm. and he wasn't annoying. They didn't write the character
Yeah.
annoying, so he did it. He did the assignment. And you got to remember, Ruffalo was a really touted actor. Like when he first came out on the scene, he was like they were calling him the next Brando. Simu Liu,
No, he doesn't have that. No one's gonna replace Bruce Lee. And of course, the Shang-Chi was modeled after Bruce Lee in the comics, right? It's not Bruce Lee, but it's Bruce
not
Lee, right?
really. I think it was Bruce Lee Adventures, but not didn't look like him.
Well, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be Bruce.
It was
Bruce Lee.
Marvel's. Yeah, they wanted
Yeah,
to get in on
yeah,
that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, and he's no. I knew Bruce Lee. He's no Bruce Lee. Yeah. I did like the Shang-Chi movie though, but it's not Shang-Chi basically. You know, if you're a comic book fan. But I did have fun at that movie.
I liked some of it. I remember liking it when I think I liked it more when it came out because it was the first movie we went to go see back in theaters after COVID.
Yeah, yeah.
We were just excited to can we
get out again?
Can we, So yeah.
Yeah, and then we had I love that bus scene, that opening bus scene. I think that fight on that bus is one of my favorite scenes. And I love the fake Mandalorian with the
yeah.
I got the joke, and a lot of people didn't like the joke. I can see why, but Trevor Slattery, that was a lot of fun. Yeah.
So what did you think of the Punisher in this?
I thought he was great. Barenthal was great, and he was better than that 45-minute grind him up movie that they put out. Or
I didn't see that. Was that any good?
I didn't think it was good. It was just brutal fighting. It was just not that the Punisher's going to be the Punisher's not meant to be funny or charming, but the comedic timing between these two and the lines really was charming. So there's some of the best dialogue. I mean, the dialogue is very well written in this movie, and some of the stuff between Peter Parker and the Punisher was just great. You see the clip where he's in the trailer. He's like, "Mother," and then he shoots the web, and he.
Well, I was telling I was telling Romy about that because both of you guys are New Yorkers, and I'm like, God, the kinetic energy of these characters is so New York. Yeah, and they're kind of like different boroughs, different feelings. But you had Queens. Where's Punisher from?
Is Punisher from Brooklyn, or is he from
Hell's Kitchen?
Or is he from Manhattan? I can't remember now.
And then
someone
you had
help us out in the chat.
And then you had the different villains, and then you had the cop who was very like Lower East Side Boricua. I was like, man, this is cool. I was like,
yeah.
They're showing the energy of these people here, and that's how New York is, at least from my limited experience. And how you guys yell at each other.
Yeah, the back and forth here was so funny when Punisher's yelling. And there's I don't want to do spoilers, but I'll just say another character is like, I just want to go home. You guys are arguing. That's like
Frank is from Queens.
Frank is from Queens. Okay.
And so
Queens as well.
Captain America's Brooklyn. Captain America's Brooklyn. And then the different villains. Babyface, Tarantula, Scorpion, the Hand, But it was fantastic to see that, man. It was great.
Yeah, the banter between these guys is great, and it's like, Frank, you're out of your league here. It's
like you're going up against. Well, can we say who is he going up against?
Yeah, the Hulk. We can say the Hulk. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's literally like shooting a gun at the Hulk, and Spider-Man's like, "Get the hell out of here! You're gonna get yourself killed."
Yeah.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, so that was fun. Yeah, and of course, from the trailer, Scorpion is in it, but again, not a huge role, but he plays a pivotal part in a couple of the scenes he's in.
Right. Yeah, he's in it a few times.
He's pivotal, yeah, but he's not a big, he's not like a major nemesis. But the good thing is that it fits in with the plot. It's not like, oh, the Scorpion's robbing a bank, let me go put the Scorpion in jail. He's integrated into the plot of the story, so that's what I appreciated there. Yeah, and his costume looks good. Yeah,
the actor Michael Mando. Really good. He's like a what do you call it?
Journeyman or
No, Canadian, but like has got the Arabic background. So
okay.
he was great for this character, and I just saw him in another movie called 72 Hours, where he plays Andy Garcia's drug pin Cuban son. It was hilarious. I was like,
Okay, yeah.
man, this guy knows how to do characters. I love it.
Yeah. And yeah, and
What
he's
do you
got a
think of the
he's it
design? What do you think of the design of
yeah, I
the
think the
Scorpion?
design was pretty good. I thought,
Hmm.
it's tough to translate these. Now, of course, what I
Hmm.
don't like is they all should have masks on or helmets or things like that. It's like they leave their heads unprotected, but a lot of that is as you can see the character's reaction, like the Green Goblin when he came back in No Way
Hmm.
Home. The first thing they did was lose that mask that no one likes, so you could see, his facial reaction, so you could act.
I
A
I
lot of
was actually
acting is.
surprised they had a Spidey's hat mask on so much.
Yeah, I was wrong on my prediction. I thought his mask would be off most of the time. Part of
Yeah.
it is because he's got to keep his identity a secret now with a
Hmm.
lot of, with obviously MJ and Ned. No one knows he's Spidey, so and even
Hmm.
with Frank, he doesn't take his mask off, so that makes sense. Yeah, and Michael Mando actually Stan Lee always had those alliterative names like Peter Parker. That's a perfect superhero name,
Michael
Michael
Mando.
Mando.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
I'm
great
sure
name.
it's a stage name. That is too good of a stage name,
It's too
Michael
good of a
Mando.
name, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So they did kind of up Peter's strength a little bit in this one, I think. But the
well, that's
old day
after
Spider-Man.
the Morphosis, right?
Yeah, yeah, but he could lift 10 tons too, so he could lift a car. So, but it seems like he's a little bit more powerful. But
Hmm.
yeah, the costume here, you got the classic red and blue is back.
Yeah, that satin blue, man. I
Just looks
mean,
so good. Yeah, the eyes
it
look
was
great.
beautiful, man. Beautiful. I mean, like I got to see. Did you dig the opening when he's blasting fools, and then they're literally doing comic book covers.
Yeah, yeah, no, that was all those homages were great. Yeah, no, I love the opening there. Of course, you got the Amazing Fantasy 15 by Jack Kirby, which was great. So
And
yeah,
what
no,
was
they did.
Frank Miller saying? This is like the best Ditko Spider-Man ever.
Oh,
He
Frank
gave it
Miller
high
said that.
praise. He
Oh
just
yeah,
gave it high praise earlier today. Yeah,
oh interesting. Yeah, yeah. No, I didn't.
yeah,
I didn't hear that. No, no,
yeah.
that's great. Yeah, no, no. Yeah, so good stuff here. Let's put our names
Hmm.
up there. But of course, everyone I'm sure knows this. But yeah, I just love. That's such a classic costume. When they came out with the first, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man costume, it was pretty close, but it was a little different, and with all the stuff on the suit and the color was a little bit different too. It's like, you wonder if they just want to do something just to be different. But I just love this is the classic's the best, right? Our buddy
Hmm.
Clobby, God, he hated that black costume. I kind of like the black costume, but for that moment in time or just for those
Yeah,
few issues. But the artists love the black costume, much easier to draw. Uh,
I think they just went. I'm talking about the three actors that did Spider-Man, and then even Tom Holland when he first came on board, it was just too much Stark Tech and all.
yeah.
Spidey Iron Man. It just became a little too much. So I think this is a great way to go, man. And
Now he does have a lot of tech, but Peter Parker was always a genius, right? So,
hmm.
but it's all his own homemade tech now. So he's got his web shooters that he made. He's got computers. He's got a really cool 3D printer that's going and working to make the costume. So he's got like his Spidey cave, right? But he's able to, you know, do it all on his own, right? They don't even mention Tony Stark or say like, "Oh, my Stark tech broke" or "My Stark suit broke" or anything like that. But his suit is kind of high tech. He does mention a few things about the suit, and a big plot point is Peter Parker's skill and creativity and scientific genius too. Um, so yeah, but it all fit together really well. Like him fighting the hand, that was, and even he says in the
Hmm.
movie, he says, "Oh, that looks really
Oh,
cool."
that's so cool. Let me pop out and I'll
Yep.
come back.
Okay. Yep.
Is that okay? Like give me like
Yeah. Oh,
10,
good. Yeah.
15? Okay, I'll
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Yep.
Thanks,
Okay.
man.
Yep. Yep. Probably be back. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Black Suit became a bad says a bad precedent. Became a lazy cop out. Yeah. I mean, I did like it for those. Like for that, on the what was it, Secret Wars, like just for a short time period. I wouldn't want to see it permanently, but it did. It was kind of a fun change, I thought. But I remember Clobby always clobbering everyone who said they liked the black suit. I'm like, I kind of like the black suit once in a while, Clobby. Arr! God bless him. Yeah, but not as a permanent replacement. But like Iron Man has a stealth armor, like Spidey has a stealth costume. Yeah, but. Now the hand, the ninjas did seem to multiply at the end of the movie, but I guess that's always happens with ninjas, right? They started off with like 4 or 5 of them, and then they all appear. But that was a really kick-ass. It was a really kick-ass fight scene with the ninja. That was really good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it seems like for once they took all his friends away, his aunt May, etc. They let him not be dirt poor for once, which is nice. Yeah, they didn't say anything about him struggling for money, right? So I don't know if Tony Stark lent him money or what happened, but yeah, he's not. He never mentions money, but they also don't mention him working either here too. Like they don't show him working for the Daily Bugle. There's no nothing on that front. So I don't know. I'm like, oh, is he going to grad school? What's he doing? But they didn't mention any way, shape, or form how Spidey's getting his money. Yeah, yeah. So yes, this is. I don't think this character's in the movie, so I don't remember the scene. I wonder if that character was cut there. We'll get, as I said, we're staying away from spoilers. Maybe when Paulie gets back, then we'll hit the spoilers there. But that's Daniel Cotton. So yeah, so that character I think was not in unless that was in one of the. That could have been in one of the opening scenes that flashed by, and I'm not catching. But they did have a montage in the beginning of different homages to comic book covers of Spidey's going through those classic scenes where he's getting rid of the bad guys pretty left and right. Yep. Zendaya is very good in this movie too. She's got her some great acting chops. And they do have the chemistry on screen together, so it's not so bad being Spider-Man, right? That's kind of like a Madam Web dress there. It looks like, yeah, yeah. She always changes her look, yeah, yeah. That's good. I don't know how many behind the scenes cast photos these are going to be, but yeah, so it's going to be Zendaya and Tom Holland versus Zendaya and Tom Holland again this week, right? So, we got a lot of cast pictures here. Yeah, so yeah, the movie has great writing, great direction. The colors look great. Yeah, the movie looks awesome, right? So, it's not the dialogue you could understand, right? I could hear everything. I didn't have to bring my where's my eargasm headphones or earplugs. I was able to survive without those. So a little loud in a few spots, but yeah. Oh, that's a cool dress. Yep, the red and blue for Spider-Man. Yep. You hit the jackpot. Face it, Tiger. You hit the jackpot. Yep. So Tom Holland's and Zendaya having a good few weeks there, right? Yep. And Buddy says, I really like like that original run with the symbiote suit in Secret Wars. Yeah, that Amazing Spider-Man Web of Spider-Man. Yeah, that first run is really good. And of course, then does he come back with the is issue 300 the first issue with the classic suit coming back? When first appearance of Venom, or was it 298 or 299? When does he ditch the black costume? It's about when McFarlane comes on. I can't remember the exact, but maybe it's ASM 300. Someone will let me know. But about that time with McFarlane, and then of course then that comic took off like crazy with Todd McFarlane. I've obviously have all those issues. I was collecting Spidey at that time. It was a good time. I think I just sent away for my subscription to Marvel for that, and I got. And it was a big deal when you waited each month to see Todd McFarlane's art. I mean, you couldn't wait to see it. So good stuff. Yep, that's a cute dress. Yep, looking good. Yep. Maybe I'll get a dress like that for my missus, right? Yeah, which she would not wear that. Yeah. Someday I can pull it off though. Yeah. So of course Ned is back too. So before we get into the spoiler part, but they have a big strong presence and they're always in the background there, and of course Spider-Man is they his best friends can't remember him, right? Which is terrible, right? So that he's lost Aunt May, and then he's lost his girlfriend and his best friend, but they're there, but they don't know him. So that's the tragedy. Oh, 259 was that was the last time he wore the black suit. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, that was so 259, and then Venom comes issue 300, okay, or 299. I guess he's got that splash page, right? But yeah, that was a great idea to turn that Venom into that black costume into symbiote from Secret Wars. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. So we got Tom Holland having fun with the fans there. Yep. So this movie's gonna be huge, as our buddy Nick would say. Yeah. It's gonna be a bummer when Tom Holland gets too old. He's 30 now, right? So in 10 years, you have a 40-year-old Spider-Man. I mean, looks so young for his age. I gotta say. So hopefully he'll look young for a long time. But yeah, eventually he'll be too old for Spider-Man. I don't really think about that, but yeah, he's done such a nice job. Yep. So that's pretty cool there. Wow, Holland is pretty good as Spider-Man. That one. Yep. But the way this looks too, the web slinging looks so awesome. It's just so good, right? Yeah, it's just it's you look at the tech from the original Spider-Man movie, which was great, and God, it looks so good. TSN Spidey 258 is where Reed helps him remove the symbiote and dons the bombastic Bagman, which I have the action figure right behind me. That's right. Yeah, so they use the Reed's got some sonic waves. Yep. T259 is when he puts the classic suit back on. Thank you. I don't know why I thought maybe it's just in my brain that Venom appears in 300. I thought he was wearing the suit up to them, but yeah, that was, and then we got cheated out of that. With Sony owning the rights to Venom, hopefully someday we'll get a proper Venom story, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But and they're bringing Miles in the next one. 100% Resolute, or I haven't heard that, but I hope not. But Peter Parker is Spider-Man, right? Yep. And Phil says, yeah, he's also British. Yeah, I was telling my buddy, like, these Brits are stealing all our American superhero roles, right? Come on. They can't do that. Yeah. And then Tom Holland did an intro to the movie, kind of like Tom Cruise has been doing, thanking everyone for coming out to the theaters and with its British accent. Yeah. Venom, yeah, and Venom is Spider-Man 300. Hey, Professor R2 is here. Great to see you, buddy. And he says, yeah, Sony doesn't want a live action Miles. Yeah, I can't imagine they would, but I guess technically they owe the rights to him, right? Yeah. So I think that's yeah, it just doesn't make sense. Yeah, here's the meme, the Spidey meme, right? Yeah, pointing at each other. Yeah. And we got Professor R2 here, so let's play that classic clip from Han Solo.
It's because a droid don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose.
All right. Well, Holland has reportedly said he wants Miles in the next one. Well, I hope they don't listen to him, right? They could go the Ultimate Spider-Man route, but in Ultimate Spider-Man, Peter Parker gets killed, and then Miles Morales takes over for Peter. I did really love Ultimate Spider-Man, the earlier issues, and that was a massive hit. But not a fan of having Miles Morales replace Spider-Man. So yeah, so the production design, looks great. The stunts look great. I mean, God, couple of web slinging scenes are just so awesome. Yep. And you feel for Holland does a great job conveying, Peter Parker being out on his own, right? So just going off from what's on the trailer, he's mutating or something's going on with him physically, and he's got to go see Bruce Banner to try to figure out. He's asking some questions of Bruce, and Bruce kind of figures out, yeah, you're not one of my students, right? So yeah, so it was a good cameo, and it fit in. And the other main character is Jeannie DeWolf, who was actually in the comics. Spoiler alert: is dead in the comics. I think it was Spectacular Spider-Man in 100 to 108 range. She's unfortunately she's killed in the comics, but and she's a much younger character in the comics, and it's revealed that she has a big crush on Spider-Man. Like there's, and he goes to her apartment or house, and there's a picture of Spidey and Black Cat, and Black Cat's been torn out, and so there's some little, so this is more of a motherly role. I wouldn't say replacing Aunt May, but filling in for Aunt May for some of those that advice that you need, or that motherly touch. So Aunt May, his presence is felt throughout, and she's mentioned, but not enough. Uncle Ben doesn't get mentioned. That's what's because Aunt May gets that line, with great power comes great responsibility, taking that from Uncle Ben, and yeah, just like Peter Parker, he's always going to Aunt May's gravesite, but why didn't they have Uncle Ben's gravesite next to Aunt May's, and then he could leave flowers, to both of them? So that was, I have a couple of nitpicks with the movie, but that I thought that was an oversight. I thought she should have been buried next to Uncle Ben. Yep. Oh, they had that kid in the shows in the crowd at the end that could possibly end up being Miles. It was a strained focus for not to be something. Maybe. Now that you mention it, I do recall that focus. Yeah, there's people are cheering for Spider-Man at the end, so I wonder if that could be. Yeah, we'll see. Yep. So yeah, this movie's gonna be selling out, selling out everywhere, and it's the first couple of weeks it's gonna be huge. We'll see what kind of legs it has. I think like Zendaya there, it's gonna have good legs. I think people are gonna giving it good reviews, and I think they're gonna tell their friends, yeah, go see this, and you're gonna have a lot of quote unquote normies. I mean, everyone knows Spider-Man, loves Spider-Man, but I think they're gonna have a lot of people that might normally not see it. Like even my mom, like, oh, there's a new Spider-Man movie out, and she dropped my niece off at the movie theater so she could go see it, right? And Phil saying, was that before or after the same thing happened with Blue Beetle? Always hated that. Yep. And Germ says, yeah, there's no Ben in the MCU. Yeah, did we even get like a picture of Ben or a flashback or anything quick with Ben? I can't remember. I don't think so. I think, right, Germ? There's like zero. I mean, he's mentioned a few times, and maybe there's a photo of him, but trying to go back now. Do we get any of? Oh, he's in the first one, just barely, I guess, right? In one of the flashbacks, or no? All these Spider-Man movies are melding. Some of them are melding together, right? Yeah. So yeah. And then Uncle Ben's what he's not in this version of Spider-Man. So yeah, guys, help my little brain out here. Yeah, do we even get a picture of Ben, like in a photo frame or something? Or I'm trying to remember now. I don't think we get any Uncle Ben, right? It was ASM 1 and 2 where we've got Ben in that, but Yeah, I don't think we do, right? This was a cool scene too with Spider-Man that they use in the poster here. So flying down, yeah, it's got to be cool to be Spider-Man, right? You can't fly, but those powers are a lot of fun, right? That's pretty that's pretty cool. Yeah. So and they capture that. Yeah. No Ben and Tom. That's what I thought. Yeah. No Ben. Hey, head case. Yep. But yeah, it's just something that is really lack. I mean, they basically replaced Ben with Aunt May. It doesn't make the movies any less, no, but it's uh, something that I wish they didn't do. Right? I wish they didn't give Ben that short thrift. Yeah, falling with styles is Professor Art too. Yeah. Yeah, just a great. That's a cool poster. I do like that. Yeah, and look at the red. The red is just that perfect Spider-Man red, and that it's not a dark blue like it's that a pale blue color. And blues are very tough to get right because I do a lot of graphics work, and it's always tough to get blues printing the right color. I always had the most trouble with blue. Like red is always red is easier, but blues get that right tinge of blue is really tough. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And not an MCU formula. Far from home, Peter uses Ben's suitcase. That's right. Yeah, BFP on it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and Germ as well. It says, yeah, piece of luggage with his initials. Yep, yep. Hey, look who's here. Our buddy Tom.
Can you hear me?
How's it going? Yep, we got you. Yep,
Shine
5 by
some light
5.
on this.
Yeah. How's it going?
It's a going. How you guys doing?
Good. I turned you off last night, but don't get mad at me.
You turned me off?
Well, I couldn't believe
turn
it.
me on first, Mark.
Yeah, ooh, then I turned you off. But you're like, spoilers now. So I was watching
At least
your
I warned
show.
you.
You did warn me. Yeah, thank you for the warning. So
Now I am suddenly Andre.
now you're Andre. Yeah. There you go. So
So I
like,
have a few minutes here. I thought I'd pop in since I saw
thank you
your
for
link.
popping in. Yeah. Thank you.
Hi,
Yeah,
Paulie.
yeah. Hey, Paulie's walking the dogs right now. He'll be back. Yeah, yeah.
Is that what they call it nowadays?
Yeah.
These kids?
Yeah, that's what they call it with these kids.
Thought it was
yeah,
feeding
yeah.
the ducks, but all right. So yeah, no, I love the movie. It was spectacular. Should have been called Spectacular Spider-Man in that sense.
Yeah.
It sounds like you enjoyed it quite a bit too. So yeah, I don't know what else to say that I didn't say last night. So I mean, you're gonna have to.
I'll lead
ask me
you
some
on. Yeah.
questions, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'll lead the witness. Yeah, yeah. Was
I didn't
anything
get to
about
hear
the
all
movie?
your reaction.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm pretty much echoing. I'm sure what a lot of people have said. But I actually like Ruffalo's performance in this too, which got me mad. You didn't? All right, I did.
I don't know who he was in this movie. He's like playing a completely different character.
Well, he seemed a little bit more charming. He seemed a little bit more like Bruce Banner from the comics to me. He had that
kind of.
Go ahead. Yeah, what were you gonna say?
I say maybe he's closer to the comics in that sense. Like I don't know, but like to me, like he didn't have that. See, that's why I liked Norton as Hulk because he always was on the edge.
Yeah, and letting go.
Yeah, and with this one, he just felt like a completely different character. Now, granted, maybe with him being able to control the Hulk, that's one thing, what have you. But it was just like to me, I just saw this gimmick of Mark, where like I can tell what kind of an actor he is already. Like this is new thing that he's doing. It's like he gets a flashy costume, give him a hairpiece. He does something with either a beard or no beard or mustache, and then let him go. And like this is a completely different character. And the glasses, sorry, or
The glasses look like Bruce's glasses.
Maybe,
yeah, I
but like at the same time, I'm just saying, like that's where it's like he's like playing the costume more than he's playing the character. If that makes sense, is what I was getting to.
You're nitpicking, bro. He was.
It
wonderful.
is, but I hated Ruffalo in this movie. I mean, he was almost unnecessary.
Nah,
yeah,
he was fully functional. It was fine.
No, I felt like he was one of the least parts of the film, and it could have been. Honestly, I felt like a lot of my main nitpick of the whole film was they could have tied up a lot of the Spider-Man, evolving stuff, and it would have helped cut down on some of that stuff, and you could have got rid of the Hulk and some other things if you'd have just had him have the symbiote. Because to me, it makes no sense why he turns into Rage Peter all of a sudden out of nowhere and gets black eyes unless he had the symbiote, right? Like, to me, it feels like they're trying to like have it as like a stand-in for it. But now, I know when he did mutate in the comics, he had whatever going on with him. But to me, it just like the Hulk, because also when Sadie's character.
Well, here we're doing that. Well, this is no. I said no spoilers at this point, but I'm gonna put.
Well,
up
like
spoilers.
I said, so it's
Let's
that character calls him in.
We'll
Let's say
spoilers.
Yeah,
now,
so that's wasn't sure is what you guys had talked about.
Yeah,
so far.
let's do
No,
spoilers.
we
I
haven't
said when
done
Paulie
spoilers
came
yet.
back,
Yeah.
so I said when Paulie came back, we do spoilers. I teased our audience here that we do spoilers. Yep. So
Right.
there we go. So now don't if you I didn't turn off the show last night at Midnight Edge. I actually just muted it and let the stream go.
Well, I didn't say who she
like,
is, but like let's just say because we all kind of know she's playing a villain or whatever in the movie.
Yeah.
When she takes over the Hulk, there's like no correlation there, right? Like there's no reason for her to, and for the very reasons that Peter says you shouldn't use the Hulk, is why she shouldn't use the Hulk. Right? Like, there's a million other superheroes that could do the same thing. Like to me, it just kind of felt like cramming that character in there just because. And Andre had his theory on it.
He just visited the professor.
Yeah, but he didn't really need to.
She even said, "Take me to the university," because she's watching his every move. That's why it made sense. And yeah, there's other heroes. I get it, Tom. But for the containment of this story, that's who she's going to use. I mean, she's literally tracking every move of Peter, which was kind of funny.
Yes. So now that we're doing some spoilers, so what's happening is Peter Parker is mutating or something's going on with his DNA, and he's feeling kind of weird. And they do it in the comics. And one part of the comics, he grew 4 extra arms, so he had 8 arms and legs like a spider, which really grossed me out. And they have that in the Spidey cartoon. So they didn't go that route, but and thankfully they didn't do the route with the whole spider totem and Ezekiel and that whole storyline, which I can't stand, which they tried to do in Madam Web and failed spectacularly. So for me it made sense because Banner he knows that Banner's got an inhibitor that can't let him will prevent him from turning to the Hulk. So Peter and Banner is always in the Marvel universe is considered one of the top 5.
That's not the part I'm talking about though. Like I just didn't like the character in that part. Like the actor.
The character.
I didn't like Mark Ruffalo as the character. Yeah. My issue was later on when Sadie calls the Hulk in, there's no correlation there.
There's a direct correlation within this story.
Not really though, because like I said, it for what she's doing, it makes no sense for her to use the Hulk for the very reasons that Peter says in the story. You can't control him. You don't know what's going to happen. Right? Like if it just kind of like there's this moment of like he's just there because he's already been in the story, if that makes sense. Like it's kind of like
I think this is a little bit of a nitpick, but
it is. Yeah, well that's what basically Mark kind of asked me up front. So
yeah, I did. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
You're coming at me all defensive and shit, but it's like he's asked me what my nitpicks were, so I'm giving my nitpicks.
Yeah, sorry.
I just saw for the second time, so I really got into the story. I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
Take into consideration, I don't know if you actually watched our review that I sent you a link for that you didn't show up for, but I flat out said it's the most spectacular film of the Spider-Man films. It should have been called Spectacular.
I heard that, and then I'm like, I gotta get shut eye. I can't go on the stream, bro.
Otherwise, the thing that I thought, which is bullshit, because you're 2 hours behind me. But anyway,
it's 11 o'clock in our house. We're like, we gotta go sleep. We're done. Exactly. You just heard Roman.
All right.
I wanted to be on, bro. I thought it was gonna be at 10 p.m. my time.
I gotta give you shit.
It's all you do. I love you.
Friends can give each other shit. And blame Mark because it's
I did ask Tom. We were joking. It was really
my other thing with that was like it's just kind of there was a little bit of cameo pornish stuff. Like also with the whole thing with I don't mind Florence Pugh being in the movie. My biggest complaint with her is why is she covered up the whole time? She's naked in a hot tub. Like I'm sitting here trying to figure out why we're only seeing her from the neck up through the whole thing.
This is my office, my rules.
Yeah, I know. Like I had no problems with that, but my issue was like, what was she pregnant or something? Because that's what it felt like. You know what I mean? Like it felt like one of those kind of shoots, right? Like she's in the pool the whole time just because.
Yeah, it was kind of
it was so funny though, because like she's talking and then he like brings his toes up.
But again, like that's my only minor complaint, and then she kind of is just inserted because she's the head of the Avengers now, or she's the lead Avenger. Like that's the only other thing I guess was a big minor quibble of mine. Again, like I said, I think like if you'd have just tied up instead of having him go through this mutation thing or have his mutation be a part of the symbiote, I think it would have helped a little bit better and cleaned up some of the story, helped you cut out a good 15 minutes of the movie, maybe 10. Because otherwise, that was my thing, is like I said, because everybody's saying this should be 2 movies, and I kind of got to disagree. I'm like, no, the whole story's here.
Yeah.
The issue is just it does go on a little longer, and I feel like the problem is you have to get through the first part of the story to get to the second half of the story, to where if you'd have used the symbiote instead of this other thing that they have to tie up first, and because like to me, like it's just this thing that kind of hangs around at the last third of the film while it turns into a completely different film, but it's not at the detriment of the movie, right? It makes sense why these 2 characters come together in the way they do. But my point is like you could have started bringing that stuff into the movie a little bit sooner. Because look, I'll be honest with you, the one character, I could see it coming from a mile away that they were going to be the actual bad guy, right? We already know that. Like once you kind of figure out what's going on, you can kind of see there's going to be a twist at a certain point. And maybe that's why I didn't feel like it was 2 movies like a lot of other people did. Because at that point, I'm like, they're setting all that stuff up for the last half. But the issue is you got this middle portion with all the mutation stuff and the going 5 different places to visit people and doing all this other stuff to try and figure out how to, deal with his, new powers and new sensitivities and all that kind of stuff. To me, that drew away from the story. And that's the biggest other issue, I guess, with and again, minor gripes, take that into consideration. The only other issue with the movie overall is that it's not Spider-Man's movie. Everybody else has an arc but Spider-Man. But it's okay because he gives his arc to... Now listen to me a second. He gives his arc...
Okay, but I want to respond.
...to Sadie's character, because you have Frank, who has an arc in this movie. You have Sadie, who has an arc in this movie. And you have the other 2 characters that he has friendships, and he does come to a conclusion. And Andre did push back a little bit. I will give you this caveat. He has one thing that he comes to a conclusion where he finally works out his relationships with Ned and with MJ. Other than that, that's the only thing that happens in this movie that's basically happening to Peter, where his character is pushed to any point beyond where he's been before. Because otherwise, we're already set up in the beginning of the movie where it's already, I don't know if you brought this up or not, but like 4 years we get shown in a montage in the opening shot. So by the time the movie gets rolling, he is Spider-Man now. Like there's no awkwardness, and he's alone. So like that's kind of his whole thing, right? So he gets that little piece of the story, but otherwise the big arcs, the big changes go through Frank and through the Sadie character, right? Like that's the 2 big arcs in the film, and he facilitates both of those.
You can't do it alone. That's his gigantic arc, is that he's completely, like you said, he's Spider-Man, but Peter Parker, I mean, he's a shell. He's a lapse.
And again, I give you that, but like his character doesn't really change overall.
Come on. He's an absolute shell. He's a loner. He's very unhappy, still traumatized, still like, watching from afar his best friends, his girlfriend, doesn't have his aunt. It's a full circle, man. It's beautiful because what he does is he lets in Sadie to save her. By how? By sharing. Because remember, she couldn't get into him. She couldn't get into him. He had such a mental block. That's why she couldn't get into him. And then he does. That was an incredible scene. And seeing it again the second time, that's how he saves the day. Oh man, I thought that was an incredible. And then he's able to have relationships of different dynamics, right? With Ned, with MJ, with the Wolf, with Frank. That's and Auntie May says that is that you got the power. The responsibility is that don't do this alone. You can't be alone. It's your response. I mean, it was awesome, bro. So that's my little pushback.
Yeah, and I gotta roll back, because when Tom said, you probably heard all what I've said, last night I was watching, but we all love this movie, so I asked Tom, troublemaker Mark, what are your nitpicks? Because when you weren't here, Paulie, but I did like that arc in Peter, and that was the first thing I said in my out of theater reaction. Don't go it alone. Like, you got friends, and I think it's a great message for everyone out there, whatever you're struggling with whatever you got, you lost your job, or maybe you've been drinking too much or gambling or doing whatever, just your love life has gone bad, like, and you want to go out on your own, but you got friends or family that can help you. And then and the end of the movie ties it all together with him and Ned, that final scene. I won't say exactly what happens, but there's a spark there. You can see Ned's like, what the hell, how do you know this certain thing? And I think of, like, the friends I don't have anymore. We all have lost family and friends, and Peter's kind of going through life here where it's like a walk of the living dead, right? He's got his girlfriend, he's got his best friend that are there but don't know who he is because of the Doctor Strange spell. And they handle this a lot better than the comics. The comics suck. The Brand New Day, One More Day, they really suck, and they wreck Spider-Man in a lot of ways.
And I think the metamorphosis of him shedding into more powerful superhero, he's having problems because he's stunted emotionally where he's at in life. It all plays out there. I mean, for you to say that he doesn't have an arc, I think the other arcs are smaller and more simple and more obvious, whereas Peter's is much more complex and layered. I mean, there's a lot of shit going on there, Tom.
Yep, I didn't catch who the villain was going to be till the very end. So Tom said he kind of knew who the villain was. So I kind of didn't catch but then looking back and thinking, who the bad guy is or what's going on there, without want to do a major spoiler if you haven't seen it.
Kind of the moment he had the hand working for him, I kind of saw the writing on the wall.
That was looking back when you mentioned that, I'm like, oh yeah, I should have. I have to agree
with Tom because
he's kind of a stand-in for what's his face from X-Men,
Guy Ritchie.
Guy who sorry,
I would have
Phil
liked
Guy
to have seen the actor. I would have liked to have seen the actor, Tom, maybe not be so obvious in the first couple scenes.
Yeah, because it's telegraphed pretty. Like, once you see it again, you'll be like, oh, okay, it's pretty obvious.
And it is a nitpick, but you're right.
He feels like the guy that
makes the Sentinels.
Who is it that
Guy Ritchie does the Sentinels?
Is that who it is? Maybe. Well, I was trying to think of who fucked with Wolverine. Shit, what's his name?
Well, I'm thinking comic books, but yeah, Guy Ritchie, like, he's a businessman, and he's like, you think he's a good guy, and then it turns out,
well, because this guy's the head of damage control, so I was thinking it was kind of like it's like a tangential connection to Shield, but it's not Shield, right? So it's its own organization.
No, it's a Department of Defense.
So it's control. It's a government control.
It's a government agent, new government agency.
Yeah. So and then we come to find out, like, he's been doing tests and experiments, like I said, and that's pretty obvious once we know who. Because I mean, look, I hate to say it, it got spoiled on the red carpet who the one character was, so I already knew going into it. So that also helped inform me of what was going on. Like, I was pretty obvious. Like, I kind of had a good idea of where the story was going to go from the start. I didn't read any spoilers. It's just, you kind of, once you kind of figure out who's who, what's what, where, why, when, it's like, okay, you can kind of see the conclusion heading towards that direction, basically.
I didn't know. But Sadie did such a good job in being like a kind of multi-layered performance where, I thought she was on a whole nother vendetta, Tom. Whereas, the defense, the damage control guy, like a little sleazy, right?
Well, that's what I mean. He's too nice, right? Like, he gives he's too nice right off the bat, and then as soon as he's after this, and as soon as he says, "I don't know what VMAX is," I didn't know if he necessarily knew, but he's like acting like he doesn't know, and then there was like 2 or 3 other moments where there's telltale signs that he's lying his ass off. And then that's when Peter kind of figures it out. So it's like,
and then when her character says Martha, I'm joking, it's a different name.
Why did you say that name?
Martha. When you say that name, then it's all revealed, right? Yep.
Sort of. Like, it still kind of ticks away into the story. Like, if you're an audience member and you start to figure it out, if you know anything about certain characters, then you kind of figure it out right away. Like I said, I don't want to overly spoil it, even when we're doing spoilers, but like, I could tell right away because she keeps looking for something called VMAX, right? And when I heard that name, I'm like, that sounds similar to something else. If you take my drift,
yeah.
So it didn't go there
prison or something.
Not that, but another word I'll write in the
another one. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, write it in the private chat.
Yeah.
But this is probably some of the best casting that they've done in a long time with Sadie Sink, and I thought it was wonderful, man. I thought it was.
She's a redhead.
Yeah, but it's not even that, dude. Come on, it's
No, I'm
it's
joking,
in the
I'm
eyes,
joking.
it's
She
in the
was good.
presentation, and
She was-
and they did mention it, is that she is a teenager, which even makes, and I would say that even makes more sense, Tom, because she's not thinking all right. So
Well, like emotionally, I totally understand where she, like, her character's fine. I don't think I have, that was the only complaint, was just, and it's just because it's the Hulk. Because her character, I think she would be smart. Like I said, Ant-Man would make more sense, right? Like I get it. You're not going to pay, Paul Rudd to come do a small cameo like that, and they just had Mark Ruffalo there because what have you. I get it. I'm not. Again, that's a minor nitpick, and the only reason I have a big problem with it is because I can't stand Mark Ruffalo anymore.
Yeah, I'm reading your private chat. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I see where I was coming from right away. Like,
I get it.
Once you kind of sounded out, you're like, wait a minute here.
But it was much more darker revelation
Gotcha.
when she finally found out what VMAX was. That was oof.
It's kind of it's an oof, but it's like you could have used it in the way I just said in the background here too. So like, yeah,
I just like that they and I love that they did that take. I think it was just so well written,
no, she actually is pretty intense once she gets going.
She was scaring me, man. She was really had me.
She has both this awkward yet scary emo girl thing going for her, but so she's not ugly. Don't take it that way. It's just that she's got it down pretty well in the movie. Like it's like this loner teenager. Emo kind of thing.
I think, right? Yeah, because she's playing that outsider nerd.
This was a really great scene.
Yeah, and she.
I know. Sin had said there's that whole Fallen S thing earlier, and I had said that it was like that device of hopping bodies was just. Ooh, that was well done.
Yeah,
that was well done.
Is on my side.
That was, and then Spider-Man uses figures it out. So he doesn't have any Stark tech, but he's got AI in his suit. Evie, yep.
She's called
and that
Evie,
was the actress. That was singer. What's her name? It was in the credits. I'm forgetting the actress.
The voice?
Name, but it's actually the voice is actually a famous actress's name. I'm forgetting the name now. So he does have, but it would make sense. Like we all have AIs now. Like I can ask Grok or Gemini a question, so it makes sense that Peter Parker would have, an AI in his suit, and he does have like high tech cameras in his lenses.
Yeah, with this day and age too,
I do got to agree with one point that Andre brought up though, and that it was kind of silly that they didn't have Peter go to some sort of college, because he just basically isolates himself for 4 years. Which, yes, he does have formal education through Stark, whatever, but
that's a good point.
He's not really gone any farther than where he's at. So like somebody like Peter would have gotten a science degree or a science.
He's wearing the Empire State University's sweatshirt,
what do you call it?
But
he stole it.
You guys don't think he didn't? Like they never mentioned.
He did say he was a graduate student.
He said he was a graduate student. I don't know what he meant by that.
I don't know if he was lying, but they definitely never showed him going to class.
He clearly, like from what the montage they show, he's never going to school, right? So like, to me, it would have made more sense because he would have gotten a scholarship. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Like some sort of scholarship award for being science or what have you, or even Stark would have probably put aside money for him.
That's what I said earlier before you were here. Yeah, like Tony would have given
but
him
it was this choice of just totally I'm going to totally self-isolate. That's pretty intense.
Well, he kind of becomes an incel, which is kind of kind of funny.
Yeah. So
he becomes the best version of Spider-Man as an incel. So
but that's he's.
But he's Spider-Man's too hard, and
and that's where
that's the one thing I will give it.
Character.
Well, I was just gonna say, even though I would have rather it been the symbiote instead of a mutation, I'll give it this time. The mutation was much better than how they handled it in Raimi's Spider-Man 2 with him just not being able to get it up anymore. Like that was
that was ridiculous.
The biggest nitpick I had with Spider-Man 2 was like, okay, come on, that's not how certain muscle reflexes and things like that would work. Like you can psych yourself out of a boner, pardon my French, but you can't. I don't think he could psych himself out of being able to shoot his webs, especially when he's put in this position where he's in peril. right? Because he literally is just sitting there, and all of a sudden his webs just quit working on him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, wait a minute here.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of weird. At least in this movie, they kind of build up the stress. They build up the isolation. They build up this idea that he's grasping literally for a father figure in Frank. He's grasping for a mother figure in, or aunt, you know, a replacement for his aunt and, you know, Commissioner Gordette or whatever you want to call her, DeWolf. But yeah.
Yeah, so Spider-Man 2, going way back, was it something with a mutation, or was it just a mental block? Didn't it turn out to be like a mental block? Or no, he was
in Spider-Man 2, he just literally psychs himself out.
The mental block. He psychs himself out, right? Yeah, it wasn't any like. So this has happened in the comics before, where he's
perhaps, but again, I just said for a movie audience, you're going, wait a minute. Like,
yeah, and that Spider-Man 2, I didn't. You know, of course, and then he ends up with organic web shooters in this movie. I hate organic web shooters.
I hate them, but they handled it so good.
They handled it much better than.
That was one of the best parts of the movie when he wakes up and he's hanging outside the door and he goes like, "What the hell?" Like, and then he can't get it to quite work. Trailer.
Yeah, like shoot.
Because what we've gotten is kind of the Spider-Man origin story in reverse.
Yeah.
Right. Like, is what it's happened here is we got the Uncle Ben story in the last movie through Aunt May, even though we do know there was an Uncle Ben here before, and even though Tony also kind of fulfilled that role as well. Now you also have this other part of him now where he's learning to be Spider-Man all over again. Basically, it's kind of kind of almost a rebirth of sorts.
Yeah. So, and then, like, this is in the opening montage. I love this. He's wearing a vest here. I just love it. So, and
his beanie.
Yeah,
he had the beanie on too. It was cool.
He had a beanie on too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I love it. I was gonna say, it rolls right into him being Spider-Man, and a movie you're gonna get an opening action scene, but they had a lot of fun cameos in this one, and so they got some of those comic book references out of the way quickly. But it was a fun showing him in action, and some of the other movies we never got that enough too. Where I was saying, like, I wanted to see Spider-Man just and we got that in Amazing Spider-Man 2. I think we had that montage.
I would say, like, this is some of the best looking Spider-Man fight sequences, and I love how they made every sequence look like a comic book cover. Yeah. And to me, that we've gotten since the very first Raimi Spider-Man. Like, I felt like I felt in some scenes like I want to go see it in 3D or 4DX because like that would be amazing. Because to me, like Raimi's Spider-Man, there's that moment when he first climbs the wall, even though it's CGI and probably looks pretty CGI today. When I saw that in the theater for the first time, like I literally fell out of my seat. I was like, holy shit. He starts climbing the wall and the emotion is there too, right? Because he's going after the guy who killed Uncle Ben. He's climbing up the wall and he jumps up on the roof and he flips over and he comes out on the car and it's a whole thing, and he flips onto the car, that shot that's in all the trailers and stuff. Like that moment in the movie, like I stood up and cheered, like I'm freaking out. I'm like, that is fucking amazing. Now this is the Amazing Spider-Man. I think I even said that exact thing. And
like,
and there was a lot of those moments in
the goggle mask at that point.
He was at that point, but it didn't matter.
Cool. Yeah,
because the way Raimi shot it was, you feel like when he grabs that wall, you start to go with him up that wall, and you're just like, I'm just getting goosebumps now thinking about it in the theater. Like I'm like, holy shit, they pulled it off, because I'm like, holy shit, he's walking up the wall and it doesn't look fake as shit. Like,
yeah.
We're used to the guy looking like he's clearly crawling because they just turned the camera, right? Like that's what we're used to seeing.
I was mentioning the Nicholas Hammond Spider-Man.
Or the one from I don't know how much they did with the Electric Company, but the TV show, that was pretty bogus looking most of the time.
Yeah, my friends were like, I had another comic book friend back then, or a good friend who was into comics, and
they would literally have him like going up like the wall. He'd be going like this, and you'd see the rope was pulling him up.
Yeah,
it's like
you could see the rope, and he's like the hands are going like this, and they did the best that they could, but he like, oh, Spider-Man's shot his webs twice this week, right? He can't, because of the budget too, like shooting.
A lot of times it was just reverse footage, right? Like that was when you get in there and he'd be like. You could tell it was just reverse footage.
Reverse, right? Yeah, because it was, they had zero budget. But that was Nicholas Hammond from The Sound of Music, but which I did. I enjoyed. I enjoyed it. Now I wasn't sure who that was. This supposed to be the Rhino?
I'm not 100% on that one.
I wasn't sure who that was supposed to be.
Because that sequence went so quickly.
Yeah, but I thought that might have been.
The only thing that pissed me off, that's my other nitpick, is like we've had the first two movies had the Ramones, right? And then when we had all three
Yeah.
Spider-Men in the last one, I'm like, how the hell did nobody think to go, why don't we use the Ramones Spider-Man theme at the end here?
Oh, that would be
Like-
fun, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
like,
that
I
is
don't
a
know.
nitpick.
Like, it is, but it's like, for those who have never, if you have not heard that version, it is the greatest. And to me, I thought that's what they're leading up to. It's like, otherwise, why do you have the Ramones in the first two movies if you're not going to use the Spider-Man theme eventually? Because they actually have it buried in different areas, but like during that opening montage, I'm like, okay, now's the time they could have thrown in that Spider-Man theme.
No,
if you
man,
guys
you have a
haven't heard
band.
it,
You
it's
have a
fucking
you have
great.
another New York band, a band from Brooklyn, with a badass song, Wolf Like Me.
I don't know it. I have no idea what the hell it is. Never heard it. Don't
TV
know
on
it.
the radio. Yo,
Never heard it. Never heard it.
Look up to their well, Wolf Like Me is they have two big hits, right? But they're a punk rock rock band from Brooklyn. They've been around for about 20 years.
Yeah, I'm not just saying I've never heard them. I'm not saying the song's bad. I just felt like it was it could have been that. And if you have not heard the Ramones version of Spider-Man, after this, go listen to it. It is the best cover version of it ever.
It's
And
pretty
you
cool.
needed to
Yeah.
break away from that, though. That's why I like some of the music choices were like nice and fresh and different.
Well, they didn't have any Ramones in the last one, I don't think.
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm asking Grok who Spider-Man is. I think this is maybe the Rhino, but
I think
their
it's supposed to
version
be
of the
Rhino from the look of it.
Yeah. So, actually, because the Rhino starts out, he can take the costume on and off, but then he gets stuck in the costume. Yep. So, let's see what Grok is still working on it. Yep. So Grok is thinking. Yep. I'll have to give Grok some more hints. Yep. Yep. This first opening montage is really good, and just love the colors of the suit. You know, those original colors. But Holland pulls it off. I mean, because he's on his own for a lot of this movie, right? You know, the crime fighting, and then you meet Jeannie DeWolf, her character. So she's playing in the comics is a much younger character who's secretly in love with Spider-Man. In this, she's more of a motherly figure. Yeah, she's more of a motherly figure in this, and she's got a big anchor point. I think she's the Aunt May. I don't want to say replacement because that's totally wrong, but just the Aunt May central anchor that she needs to kind of ground Spider-Man, take a break, and she's concerned with him. She knows he's a kid, they're a younger guy. So Spider-Man is actually doing all this. He's not on the run. There's no more. It's not like Kingpin's in control of New York City from the Daredevil Netflix show. Punisher's actually freely going around the city, which is kind of fun, but that's a comic book trope. Frank Castle's going around with his weapons and everything. Yep. Oh, thank you for being here, Deepa. We'll catch you soon. Yep.
Take care, man.
Thank you. Yep. No worries about lurking. We love lurkers here. Yep. So, just he's that loner, but I think the whole story arc just really works and made me feel, that uplifting scene outside in the end with all the crowd cheering for Spider-Man, and having Spider-Man witness that. I think that was a big uplifting moment for Peter Parker as his character. So great character development, right? So he's and his mask stayed on for a lot of the movie too, which was a switch, right? I wondered why they didn't go bust Michael Keaton out of prison to have the Sinister Six. Yeah. Well, sometimes they shoe in too many characters, right? So, but yeah, maybe we'll see. Maybe eventually we'll see that Sinister Six. Yep. Rhino could kick butt on Spidey and Punisher, maybe not Hulk though, right? Yeah. Let's see. And Corey says, in the physics of the film, with the muted eyes of Tom Holland's costume, yeah. Context, there's no life in the eyes, feels like government spy. Well, I a couple of the scenes I could see his eyes through the lens, right? Towards the end. Did you guys notice that? That you could see his eyes through those lenses at the end of the movie?
I saw his eyes through his white goggles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I could pick him up a few times.
I picked him up a few times, especially when there was like a close up with him and MJ. They had a couple scenes, and then he took his mask off. Yeah,
but before he takes his mask off, you can see his eyes. Yeah. So now this is when he's turning. He's kind of mutating to that spider DNA is kind of overtaking him, And yeah, I'm glad they didn't do the symbiote because we should get a proper Venom, right? So the way they handled this was just he's kind of hulking out or spideying out for a better word, but he he's kind of losing control in a couple moments, right? So the scene with where he's going after Scorpion, and it's a pivotal moment in the movie, setting up the last half of the movie or the last third of the movie with Sadie Sink's character, and he kind of goes over the line there and hurts a cop, and he's really concerned about it, but he's upset by it. But the other thing I gotta say is Sadie Sink's, she's acting with her voice, and you don't see her face till way towards the end of the movie, but she's acting. We'll just say it. She can, spoiler, yeah, she can jump, and we've mentioned she can jump from one character to another. So she's acting. The actors are acting as her, but it's her in control, if that makes sense. So she's got this foreboding presence. It's you don't know who the bad guy really is or who's controlling these characters. So that's the big mystery in this movie, and it adds a lot of tension to it too, because Spider-Man's totally in the dark. And the other thing that his identity is revealed, right, to her, to the bad, to the character, and that sets that next part of the movie in motion. Because Peter wants to protect MJ, and there was a lot of tension there. You really could feel that, and I thought it was a great setup, and I thought it worked really well. Did you figure it out pretty early on, guys, or well, you figured out who the main bad guy was early, but in terms of
Sadie, I did not. But also too, right? I honestly didn't know she was. I didn't know the rumors of who she was supposed to be.
You didn't know those rumors, right? Yeah.
So they handled that very well in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I knew who it was supposed to be, but I didn't hear any spoilers that it was definitely her. But I think I did. Yeah, there wasn't something on the red carpet where one of the actors messed up or kind of revealed it.
Was it her or someone else?
Before, yeah, or it wasn't her, but maybe someone else in the cast mentioned who she was playing. Yep. So Phil's got to head out. So great to hang out with you again, Marc D, Tom, and Paul. Hey, time to turn in. Night all. Yep. Take care. Yeah. The Corey, or you're talking about Sadie? So they did that for the. Are you talking about Sadie, or are you talking about Zendaya? I'm not sure.
She's not a good actress yet, so they did that for the wooden Stranger Things star. I'm confused. Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're referencing Sadie then. Hail to the great Claude Salin. Great to see you, Claude. Yeah, so I did like this whole character arc, and Peter goes to a party, and and he kind of, I shouldn't say stalking, because he was best friends with these guys, right? But he kind of does he see MJ or does he see Ned? Who does he see that he follows to this party?
He follows Ned.
Because
right? Ned, and it kind of goes full round to the end of the movie. He's at a like a corner bodega, and Ned comes in. Yeah. And he's like, "Oh man, that's my boy," and he ends up going to his party. He gives in,
Yeah.
That was good. That was really good.
Yeah, there was a fun bit where Ned is buying energy drinks or something. He's like telling the guy, "Don't buy, don't ever sell me these energy drinks. Promise me." But maybe I'll just take two. So he's kind of addicted to them, right? For probably getting through college. So
that was a fun bit.
That was fun. And Ned is really good in this too. He's got a great charm about him, and innocence, and they both say they're missing something, and then the other part what I thought was a really great writing, I'll say in the spoiler part. So Zendaya, Peter's trying to rescue her, like to protect her, and then that whole scene and on the roof, and they're talking, and then she fast forwarding, they say a couple of lines, and boom, all of a sudden they're back together, and Spider-Man's kissing MJ, and the crowd is cheering in the theater. I'm like, this sucks. This is way too easy. It can't be this easy.
Yeah, like this is weird.
Like what's going on?
Something's not right.
And yeah, like this isn't good. So
That was
yeah,
a
this
really
is
good scene.
yeah. So that was great. And
Mhm.
then the writing revealed, as you said, revealed it, and then it was just really handled well because you're in the movie theater. You're like, this can't be this easy, right?
It was
And
acted well too.
yeah.
Because the way Zendaya played it, that it was a slow thing to where, wait a minute, that's not MJ.
Right. Yep. So it worked. Yeah.
That
So
worked.
it did. So it worked. So yeah, I guess. And this is the homage to ASM 15 done by great
Mm.
Jack Kirby. That's one of the shots. The great Jack Kirby. Yep. So yeah, so they do get MJ. They're trying to protect MJ, and then they he brings it to Frank Castle, the Punisher's lair, and they got a line like, "Yeah, don't step on any claymores." Yep, yeah. Which made sense, and Frank's got all these booby traps set up. Like, you could have killed me. Yep, yeah. Yeah, that was really well. That was really done. That scene, I think the scene in the Punisher's lair, that was a lot of fun. That was a great setup, and Frank was just great in that scene.
You like chili?
And then Peter's like, "If I were you, I wouldn't try to eat his
Yeah,
chili."
don't eat his chili. Oh, funny,
yeah. So that was when, that's that banter between like friends that are going at it, and what are you doing here? I'm not gonna help you, right? But then the friend is gonna help you, right? The friend's just giving you a hard time, like the friends do, and they finally do have a nice scene at the end, like. Frank's like, "Am I your friend now?" To Parker goes, "I'm your friend now." I can't believe you were crying. So those are great, great, great character moments. I thought, yeah, really, really, yeah, very chilling and very cruel. That scene with MJ, yeah, that worked. Yeah. So,
I mean,
yeah,
again, I think all the relationships for me worked so well because the relationships, the friendships from DeWolf to Punisher to MJ and to Ned, these were all relationships that he didn't know he needed, and then it came full circle and around, that they all fulfill a certain part of him, which was great.
Yeah, the cast, it's not the MJ or the Ned, from the comic books exactly, right? But
see, I don't know.
They have
that.
a great spirit. You don't know that, but they have a great, spirit to get. Like, they really work well together.
I'm going off of of these. There's now 4 movies that these kids are in. We get to see them. Yeah. That's what I'm going off of, and I think the last one was really like pinnacle, really good stuff. And then he had to do the mind swipe, the spell, and I thought the way they handled this was fantastic, man.
Yeah, they got great chemistry together, and of course Zendaya and Holland are real life couple. So yeah, this is the scene where this is where he sees Ned walk in. Where they kind of bump into each other. Yeah.
Such a goof.
Yeah.
Did you catch the Lord of the Rings line?
What I missed? I'm forgetting now. What didn't they mention? Lord of the Rings? What did they?
Well, they do the lines
the
of because they're playing Legos, right?
Oh, and the Lego scene in the apartment. Yeah.
The Lego scene in the apartment, and it is.
Yeah. So they're finishing each other's lines, so you can see, like, and then MJ's like, "Yeah, you seem like you guys would be best friends, right?" And then there's a tell at the end that they do something, and Ned's like, "What the heck?" you know, something like, especially like those inside jokes or something only a good, you know, good friend would know, and then you know other people wouldn't laugh at it, but you know, you would as a you know, best friend. Yeah, you know, there's like, you know, we all have those inside jokes. Remember the time that Mark did, you know, so and so.
Well, they
You know,
did
it's not
Frodo and
funny.
Gandalf lines. That's what was so.
Yeah.
That was like so badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Buddy says, yeah, I was hesitant about them bringing MJ and Ned back after the last movie. It worked out for this, thankfully. Yeah, no, the writing was really well done. Of course, you got that moment like when MJ's got a new boyfriend and everyone in the theater groaned, like they were like, like oh no, yeah. There's the Spider-Man lair, yep, his spider cave, yep, with all his instruments, the oscilloscope, and all his tech here. But it's all self-made tech. There's no Stark tech left. You know, they don't mention Stark one time, I think, right? There's no Iron Spider. There's nothing Tony Stark.
No.
Because in No Way Home, he had that suit still, and he had the machine, like he had that big machine, and it was like that 3D, or not a 3D printer, but he had like the machine that could make pretty much anything he wanted, right? So, yeah. And Buddy says, "Is that my shirt?" Yeah. And these scenes are great the way they film these, right? You feel like you're Spider-Man. That's why Tom was saying, yeah, if you were in, you know, in this movie, right? You know, and you saw it in 3D. It's like you're putting yourself in as Spider-Man.
Oh, what did
it's
Tom
almost,
see it on? Do you remember what screen? So today I saw it on XD at Cinemark.
So what does XD mean? It's like their bigger screen, or it's their?
I think it's comparable to like Doubly.
Yeah.
And they
so
have
better
XD,
quality.
3D. Yeah, it's like their high ones, the highest one.
Yeah.
And then
now they list in the movie theater when you go too. They list like what screen it's on, and you know, if you go to the AMC where you know, you see like, you know, but they always try to up the theaters. But there's really only two really good theaters in the AMC that I go to. There's the IMAX, FOMAX, and the Dolby Digital. Doubly, and then some are bigger than others. But you know, they really play that up too. What, you know, what screen it is, I guess. So yeah. And Buddy says we saw it on the D box. Oh, you saw it on those motion seats? Yeah. Well, don't go see the Odyssey on those motion seats. I saw they had some the crowd. You see that, Paulie? Where the we're in the ocean.
Yeah,
and
they're in the
like
ocean. They're like, oh.
Look like you're in a roller coaster.
I need to
like
see that again. I need to see the Odyssey again. But I saw the first one. I saw it on Dolby at AMC, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then today I saw it on XD, but not the D box.
Not the D box. Okay. Yeah. The motion ones. Yeah.
Cinemark.
Yeah, the hand kind of multiplied in this movie too, right? There were 4 hand characters, and he said, "Oh, we're working with the hand now." But I guess it makes sense. They would have. There's always more ninjas lurking, but when the scene started, there didn't seem to be as many ninjas, and then they kept appearing out of everywhere. So this is where
there's so many screens going on right now. It's sick.
Yeah,
it's crazy how many screens they got going on.
Yeah. So he kind of hits his low point here, but then it's also his high point, right? This is the big turning point scene in the movie with Spider-Man, and the finale to this fight was phenomenal. That last scene in this fight with the hand, that was
fun.
That was fun. That was amazing. Yeah.
So they got Spidey beanie and ball caps for sale on the Cinemark webpage.
You gonna get one?
Let me see. The beanie looks all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. Ball cap is not bad looking. It's $25. The beanie's $19.
Not bad. Yeah.
Maybe I'll get it. They have 2 different ball caps. I don't know. Maybe.
And Shinosky says, how many film shots were different from the ones in the trailer? I noticed maybe one villain. It was a picture from before that it was a villain in the trailer. Maybe I missed it. It was so fast in one of those montages, montages, but montage. But I didn't think I didn't notice anything big. Like sometimes the trailer, like Rogue One, retroblasting and all that great video of like all the differences between the trailer and what was shot or not shot, or made into the film. But I didn't notice anything that was glaring, like, oh, what happened, or why'd this get left on the cutting room floor? Did you notice anything, Paulie, or that was in the trailer but not in the movie?
I purposely didn't watch a lot of the trailers, so I really came into this with very like not a lot of info, so I don't. The things that I remember is like some of the images with the hand. I want to say they showed one image, Shanatsky, of him collapsing in the trailer. They didn't show in the movie. Remember he kind of blacks out, and then the next thing you know, he's in his own cocoon.
Yeah. So you think?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So in the trailer, I do remember, or some clip, remember seeing him like coming in, and he's just all like, "Oh my god!" And then
About
he
to
like
pass
literally
out.
collapses, and they, but it was like not a big deal in the film at all.
Yeah, minor stuff. Yep. And of course, I guess they're not getting rid of the Punisher now. So for a while, Marvel Comics was trying to get rid of the Punisher and the logo, but yeah. So Frank has a pretty big role in this movie. Yeah, it's not just a minor throwaway cameo. On Tetrarch says, yeah, Cinemark sold out of that web shooter bucket with a drink in the forearm. Yeah, that was pretty. That was a cool design. Yeah, that was pretty wild. Yeah. So yeah, and this looks very New York here, right? Yeah. So very Queens. Yeah. And Spidey, of course, is getting massive headaches all the time. Yep. I don't remember the web shooters. Did they always have the web shooters sticking out like this or on the outside? All right, that seemed like that was the one of the new design choices, but that made sense with the organic web shooters, right? That he could pop them off. But the traditional Spidey costume, he's got the web shooters under his arm, and then the cartridges are inside. But he keeps getting headaches. Yep. And this is the you've seen this in the trailer, but this is the opening scene in the movie, and just great cinematography, and you feel like you're gonna fall off these beams. Spider-Man's not gonna fall, right? Because he's Spider-Man. But yeah, he's
just
yeah.
Yeah.
So
really good, really cool to see those shots, man.
Yeah. And this is the villain, I guess.
The mysterious character.
Mysterious character, we'll say.
You need to see.
Yeah. So this is the cast there.
Yeah. So, beautiful, good looking cast, man.
Yeah.
You got the OGs, of course, and then Barenthal and Sadie Sink, and some of the bad guys in the background, and then little old Liza Colon-Zayas on the side. She's tiny.
Oh yeah, you can't see my mouse. Yeah.
She's tiny.
No,
she's right next to Sadie. She's right next to Sadie, standing next to Sadie. She's the one who plays the wolf.
Is Zendaya taller than Holland?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, especially when she wears heels.
She's got the heels on. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But Spider-Man doesn't have to be huge either, right? So that's
no, which was kind of funny. There was a few shots where in the movie where he was standing next to other people. It's like, oh, he's short. It's funny.
Right. Yeah.
Particularly in the elevator scene.
Yeah.
That was funny. That was a funny bit.
Yeah. He's swallowing that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the Scorpions. This is awesome to see how they film this, right? So everything is added after, right? So
yeah,
that's pretty cool. Yeah, obviously, right? Yeah. So
but,
you gotta
we haven't talked about the director enough.
Yeah,
I think we can all assume that this director cooked. he's gone on interviews, just really like, look, we want a kick-ass comic book movie. And I was raised in the 80s and 90s, and I wanted to pay homages to that, and like that's all over this movie, man.
Yeah.
God.
No, it felt like a comic book as you're watching it, which is
Mhm.
good. I mean, like the first Hulk movie had the panels, the Ang Lee one,
Mhm.
had that, which is kind of innovative. I couldn't stand the movie, but
It's too
yeah,
bad. It's too bad.
but that was really cool. That Ang Lee, what he did with the Hulk and cutting those panels up and making it look like a comic book was pretty cool. Yeah, but the writing wasn't good in that movie. Oh, he's wearing a scorpion. He's got a scorpion.
Oh, doesn't he? Michael Mando. Yeah.
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 There
So
we
he's
go.
kind of new in the scene, but he's in that new comedy called 72 Hours with Kevin Hart,
Okay.
and he plays a Cuban drug lord.
He looks like a mean guy. I mean, I'm
He
sure he's a
looks mean.
fine,
He's
nice
got a
guy,
great
but he
look.
looks mean, right? With the
Um,
I wouldn't want to meet him in an alley. Yeah.
It's a stupid movie, so if you want to have like stupid fodder on, that's kind of
Yeah.
raunchy. It's called 72 Hours.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you gotta like Kevin Hart because it's a Kevin Hart film.
It's
So
a Kevin Hart film. Yeah.
yeah.
So there's and we did get the Hulk really hulks out in the end. I didn't know he could get that big, right? And we had that fun.
Yeah, that was great.
We had
He was
scene,
standing on an apple box in that one scene. It was kind of funny.
Oh yeah,
You could totally tell. Yeah, because he was like a good 2 inches on her, and I'm like, he's standing on an apple box.
Yeah. And this is where the line with the Hulk. I didn't know he could get that big, right? Yeah. A buddy DM me a shirt from Cinemark. Let me find that. I'll pull it up. But
yeah, the Cinemark merch page is legit with the Spidey stuff. Tom, and did you get any merch?
No, I'm a broke ass bitch.
I'm such a broke ass bitch right now that I could not get.
I don't even have a Naomi though. See, that's my problem. So I'm a broke ass bitch and I'm lonely.
Oh,
I'm like Spider-Man.
You don't even have anyone in your head.
I don't even have an AI. The closest thing I got to an AI is Andre, and he's like, here is some more work you won't get much money for because YouTube does not pay.
I mean, I have Romy, and she gave me $15 for popcorn. So
there you go.
That was pretty dope.
Yep.
And I asked, how much is that Spidey cup? $30. I'm like, gosh darn it.
Pass.
And
I definitely didn't have the money for that shit. No.
Yeah, I did buy a popcorn, and with my discounts, I got it for $6. So that was
I do have the AMC half price large popcorn pass, which is good. So, and then I got my Reese's peanut butter. Or I got my M&M peanut butter M&Ms, and I went to open the bag.
Yeah,
when you're trying to pull the bag open, and the whole all.
Oh, that's a rookie. That's a rookie move.
That's a rookie move. I had my knife with me too. So
if anything, do that over the popcorn bucket so it spills into the popcorn bucket.
My friend was holding the popcorn bucket, but I did in my fat belly. I did catch. I quickly saved a lot of the M&Ms.
Right, so and now you're making me look bad as your trainer.
Yeah, but that's all I had today. I had popcorn and some M&Ms. Yep, and a couple of an egg hard-boiled egg. So that was it. So I kept my calories down. But so here's thank you for sending this out. And your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man versus the Hulk. Yep. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's cool. They're selling this stuff in the shirts and merch, and it's they're gonna just sell so much stuff for this movie. That's the thing that Tom, you were saying too. Like Sony is not gonna make as much money because they don't get. Do they get a part of any of this merch, like in the popcorn buckets or any of this?
Oh yeah, it's licensed merchandise, of course.
I'm assuming they would get at least whatever same deal with the toys, because that's the thing, is they do make a little bit off of the Tom Holland Spider-Man stuff because there's that deal in place.
Oh, so
yeah, or like Yeah, like I think. Well, that's the thing because Disney owns all the toy rights and the merchandising rights. So my guess is Disney's probably cutting they got a cut of the deal. It's I don't know what the deal is anymore. It used to be like a I don't remember if it was an 80-20 deal or a 60-40 deal, but like they've changed it every time they've renegotiated it. And kind of by the end of this, with all these characters from the MCU in here, you're just kind of like, yeah, this is pretty much seems like this is going to last for a while. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's not a 50-50 type deal with them when it comes to this. Last I knew, it was like 20% of the merch is what Sony got for this. Anything Tom Holland Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah, because for a while the Sony was threatening to pull Spider-Man from the MCU, right? So they had the deal, they had all the success with Civil War.
They're in I think their third deal now. Because each time they do a deal, it's for a specific amount of movies, specific amount of characters,
right?
Crossover.
I would think it changes now. You know what I mean?
This one makes it feels like the door has been opened wide, and this is where I've said for a while now. Like I've been positing this for the last like 6 months, that it's getting to the point where it almost makes more sense for Sony to just sell Spider-Man to Marvel. And what I mean, let me explain this. And what I mean is.
No, I know what you're saying. Go ahead.
Yeah, because Tom Rothman, he's not a big fan of these movies, so I'm sure if you gave him the right deal, he would definitely sell Spider-Man. And the reason I say that is because it's kind of an albatross, and more than it is a good thing for them, because they don't have any of the merchandising rights. So they make whatever they make off of these movies, and that's it. Because I had heard early on that there was issues with Spider-Man 3 because they were pissed. Behind the scenes, Tom Rothman was, and then lo and behold, we find out it's because they basically made a $200 million commercial for fucking Disney toys, is what he said. So he was mad, and that's when he said, we're done with this Spider-Verse stuff, especially after Kraven tanked. He's like, we're not doing this anymore. He even said that in an interview. And then now here, like a month ago, he's saying again, oh, the Spider-Man stuff, we're thinking about looking into that again. Now, Spider-Verse 3, that was coming no matter what, but they've been dragging their butt on it big time. Now the reason I think it would make more sense for them to sell is because it would be an influx of money to Sony. Sony doesn't really do much else as far as like Tom has really kind of come out with a lot of more indie feeling, more original material. Like one of the first things he did was like Baby Driver. That is one of the movies he brought to the studio, right? And he's got Tarantino, he's got some other stuff going on there. He doesn't really need Spider-Man right now. If they sell Spidey for $5 billion and make a deal on the back end for the next 10 years worth of movies, I think they would make that deal.
I just don't want. I hear you, man. I'm totally.
And I think Disney would pony up for it.
But I just don't want Feige's fingers in these.
They already are. See, that's the thing.
Not compared to MCU.
In a way, it's the same thing. From my understanding, is they make these movies and they deliver them to Sony. Sony basically gives them carte blanche. If they have notes, they'll pass.
You're saying Pascal just takes a check? She's not involved?
For the most part. I mean, sure, she has notes. I'm not saying she probably doesn't. But all that stuff's handled at the top. And like you said, by the time you get to this movie, clearly, Tom Holland, Zendaya, all these characters or all these actors have some kind of say or sway into this thing. We're lucky this movie turned out as good as it did, because otherwise it could have been a mess. It could have been another Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, because Sony has...
Mm-hmm.
Sony has no role. Right? Basically, they're leasing the Spider-Man character back to Marvel. Yes, my understanding of these deals, right?
Because they own the rights just to make movies and live-action TV shows, and that's it.
Right?
Because they were originally going to do a Spider-Gwen animated show, but then they found out they couldn't, and that's why Spider-Noir ended up being live-action.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because years ago, Stan Lee was in the West Coast, and he kept trying to get all these deals, sell the characters. I mean, the idea of Marvel actually becoming its own studio. We've told people back in the 80s, early 90s, is what are you crazy? And they hit it big with Iron Man. That was a big risk to come out with Iron Man. And but that's why all these character rights have been sold off. Like there was a Doctor Strange movie in the 70s. It was on TV. They were trying to make a movie. Captain America, so Namor got sold off. The Hulk, and it made sense too. For Marvel was a small, relatively small company in comic
the Submariner.
Well, Sony kind of did this to themselves too. That's the other thing. They had a lot of these rights, but they were about to lose the movie rights or the whole thing, and so they made a deal with Marvel. that they would hang on to the movie rights as long as Marvel got the toy rights back. That's how they got the toy rights back. Because initially, Sony was raking in the dough on the toys, like for the first, Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire.
With Maguire, they made
Yeah.
a ton of money on those toys, right?
Yeah. So now to make the deal to keep the movie rights, and between the Andrew Garfield one and the other one, they gave up the toy rights. So during the Amazing Spider-Man years, they didn't make any money on those, period, as far as toys go. They just made money on the movies, and the second movie wasn't received very well. So that's why the head of Sony's like, make a deal with Kevin Feige. He wants to talk about bringing Spider-Man into the MCU. And we had heard behind the scenes that Amy Pascal said, fuck that. And when he came into her office, she threw a fucking sandwich at him and told him to get the fuck out. And she she confirmed this story.
That she did it, right? Yeah.
Yes, because it got so far down that somebody, I think it was even is it true that you threw a sandwich at Kevin Feige? I think he asked her on one of the red carpets. He's like, I guess so. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
She's like, at first I just didn't want to work with him. I was so protective of Spider-Man and all this stuff. And it's just like, yeah. You just didn't want to work with him because you knew your ass was on the way out. But anyhow, that being said, so yeah, she does actually have some sway. Don't get me wrong. But at this point, they pretty much, as far as I know, unless there's a major issue, from my understanding, they just kind of let the Marvel team make the movies, deliver them, and that's it. Oh,
we lost Paulie. Oh, I'm sure he'll be back. Yep. Probably just lost the internet or something. Yep.
Bedtime.
But yeah. Soon. Yeah. We're gonna we'll wrap up soon here.
There's Paulie in the movie right there.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was in this movie.
Yeah. But so Sony, I think. Well, why were they going to lose the rights to Spider-Man? They had to make a movie within so much time.
Because they hadn't made because Spider-Man 4 fell apart, and they hadn't made a movie since Spider-Man 3, and they were running out of time, and the Andrew Garfield films hadn't got off the ground yet, so they ended up giving off the toy rights in turn just to appease,
to be able to keep the rights.
The rights, because that's where Marvel
made they were going to throw out a movie real quickly.
And I'm trying to remember. I don't know if the Marvel Universe was a big thing yet, and that might have been why they made that deal. So I'm trying to remember when that deal went down.
The second deal,
because Marvel Disney bought Marvel in 2012? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
And Amazing Spider-Man came out 2000 and.
Yeah, so amazing. But the third movie, that second was such a disaster. Everyone,
but I'm talking about the first one. The first one, I'm trying to remember if Iron Man and Thor and Captain America had been done yet by the time that first.
I think so.
Amazing had been done yet, because
Iron Man had been done 2009.
Yeah, but when was the first Amazing Spider-Man movie? I was trying to remember the date.
11 or 12. But
okay,
we can look right now.
2012.
Yeah,
okay,
2012,
so same year that they sold the Marvel rights, so they hadn't quite built the Marvel universe to where it was yet. So I can see why Marvel made that deal at that time. Otherwise, if it had been like 2-3 years down the road, Marvel been like tough.
Right? Oh yeah.
We want our Spider-Man back now.
Yeah.
In fact, we already put an injunction for it. We got it in court already. So it's like, just to make sure you don't try to pull any shenanigans. But that's why the deal is the way it is. It all kind of went down in that time period there. So because they had they had 4 years, I think it was, to make another movie, and then when Spider-Man 4 didn't happen, they ran out of time. So
so Iron Man 2008, Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America 2011, Avengers May 2012.
So they were just building the Marvel universe when that had happened.
So
I can't believe they let him keep it, but
2012 is
the other thing you had though is at that point you still had half the characters here, there, and everywhere too. That was the other problem. So I don't think
they're all split up.
Yeah, so I don't think Marvel really. And there was still some plausible working togethers. Like it seemed like there was more of a chance for the studios to work together before Disney got involved than there was after.
Yeah.
At least that's the way it felt like to me.
But I mean, what a big deal that was to get Spider-Man and Civil War. And that was such a good movie. And
Sin. It's the editor
of
Latino Slant.
Yeah. Great to see Sin. Yeah.
Great to see.
2008. Thank you. Yeah,
we're gonna have our stream tomorrow. Gonna get our film critics. They've all seen the movie now, so join us whenever they come on. We call them Los Cinematicos.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Spidey beanie there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always like in the
So
there.
dope,
I
man.
missed that. That was so fast. I missed that.
Yeah. That's the joy of rewatching, because you know, it's like start breaking.
You see it
down.
the second time, and
I had to say, I almost text you, Tom. I'm like, I'm going for a second round. Tom was texting me like every time he like would go see Michael again.
Yeah, Tom was in Michael again.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very enjoyable. Second time around, very enjoyable.
And Holland's got to stay in good shape for these movies too, right? I mean,
he looked great, and he did a real good job, man. This guy's a real solid to really good actor. Definitely showed. Yeah.
No, he's pretty buff. Yeah. Well, that's what and Tobey Maguire too had to get in the great. Well, all the Spider-Man too.
Tobey.
Tobey was in really good good shape too. Yeah. So and I did like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man too, I have to say, but just the movies were unfortunately not so good.
Yeah, it's kind of like he had the cavalitis, right?
Yeah.
It's
just
like
didn't get a good movie.
Didn't get a good script or movie. It's not his fault. I think we're all in agreement there.
Yeah, because you could see in No Way Home how good his acting was in that one. Yeah.
Every single kid today, and adults, everyone had Spidey gear on. Right? The concession line was freaking packed, man. It was nuts, and it was like I'm like, is this now this generation's Batman? Because we don't have a Batman.
You had the Batman, but it's not a kid's the Batman.
No.
Not a kid's movie with a psychotic killer.
I guess it's the last 26 years now that Spider-Man has reigned. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd say Spider-Man's number one. Yes, Superman and the movies have failed. And Deadpool, not so much with the kids, obviously, but in terms of popularity, yes, yeah, hugely popular. And Wolverine, but the Superman movies have been flops and not good. A lot of people love that iteration. I did not like.
I will say, I think a lot of people like Corn Sweat. And he just needs a better second outing.
Yeah.
It really needs to be kid friendly. We'll see.
Yeah, because the Snyderverse is not kid friendly. I did not like.
Where's Sadie from?
Is
she Irish?
I'm not sure. Yep, someone can
check it out
that for us. Yeah.
She is an American actress. Oh, okay.
That's American. Okay, yeah.
From Texas. You go, girl.
Yeah, she's could turn out to be a big star now. I think. Yeah,
she's gonna be big.
Yeah. So there's a big moment for her, I think too. Yeah, because character that she's playing.
Oh, I can hear that accent in her voice. Yeah.
I think everyone knows, what her character is by now, right? So.
I got spoiled on the red carpet.
Got spoiled.
She confirmed it too. I can't remember the actor that fucked it up first, but then she
did a great job.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not even sure it was on accident.
Nah, you're right.
I've gotten to this point where if you haven't noticed, like the day or two before every one of the Spider-Man movies happens, there's always a leak. And normally it's Tom as like this ongoing joke, if you might remember.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
and now all of a sudden this happened on the red carpet, and it's like, oh, what a snafu. It's like, but was it a snafu?
Yeah. Right, yeah.
Because that's enough to get people going to the theater, I think. Not that they needed it, but...
Yeah. Right,
and by the end of the weekend, they're not going to be able to keep it a secret.
She looks gorgeous. Oof.
I'm not liking the hair, though.
That's part of the design. But that's she's been coming out with so many different looks the last couple of days. A lot.
It's supposed to be web hair, I guess, right?
She had the She had her full fro out, her hair out. That looked awesome.
This looks like a very dangerous dress to wear.
Gotta be careful.
Is the top's gonna pop off there? Look at the strands going here.
I'm sure a lot of stuff is taped down.
Is taped, yeah.
Yeah, taped.
I would hate for that to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, because her character is going to be going forward. So, and these movies are such a big hit that
that's beautiful there.
So
wow,
there.
look at that.
Yeah. She growed up good. As they say.
I don't never seen her before, so I have no idea.
Oh, you never saw her in Stranger Things? Yeah, she was a little kid in Stranger Things.
I didn't watch Stranger Things. Nah.
Yeah, Stranger Things is awesome. I'm a geek nerd. For geeking a nerd, it was a lot of fun. Yeah. Oh, that's the. Kind of looked like an ant there with the ant coming out.
It's called fashion.
Fashion, Marc. Get with it.
It's called fashion, yeah.
What do I know about fashion? Yeah. Do I look like a fashion plate? Yeah. No.
Wow.
Wow, they got a lot of Zendaya pictures there, yeah. Who's Serena? What was she in the movie? I don't remember.
I think maybe she's just an actress for the red
like
carpet. I don't see this woman in the movie. Yeah. What's her name?
Serena Page.
What?
Serena Page is her name, yeah.
Page.
She's very cute, but
TV personality.
Maybe she's in
Love Island. Oh, so she was just there walking the red carpet.
Just there on the red carpet. Yeah.
She ain't no real actress.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Guys, we got to be fun to be a star like this.
Michael B. Jordan wore his Spider-Man t-shirt.
Oh, he did? Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that was the LA premiere. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, there it is.
Spider-Man. Yeah, and everyone loves Spider-Man. It's like he's such a well-known character. Yeah, and you grew up watching the cartoons. Like as a kid, I grew up watching the 66 or 67 cartoon. You know, just remember those as a kid. And you watch them now. The animation is so poor in that, but it didn't matter, right? You loved them. Yeah, you just loved them. Yeah. So.
We wrapping up?
Yeah, let's wrap her up. Yep. So, yeah. Overall, I'd say this was. Let me just pull up the poster here as we one of these posters to wrap it up. But there we go. This is a fun one to put on the screen here. Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love this movie. I think it's gonna be huge. To quote our buddy Nick Weiser, it's gonna probably hit $1 billion. That billion mark. We'll see.
Well, how fast? I mean, it's gonna probably hit it pretty fast.
Yeah. No, it'll hit it pretty quick, and I just loved it. I love the whole arc of the movie. There was nothing that was really cheap in here or like overtly shoehorned in, and all the cameos to me made sense. And I love that whole story arc with Sadie Sink and the reveal of who was the bad guy, the real bad guy, and it worked. The acting was really good, and the big thing was the emotional tug between the characters, right? Bringing those characters back together and finding a way to do it that wasn't too cheesy. So. And we'll let Tom maybe sum up what he thought of this spectacular movie. Oh, Tom, I think you're muted. Yep, unfortunately. Yep.
No, he's not muted.
He's not muted. Maybe his mic is
probably off.
His mic. Oh, because he popped in and out. Yep. So. Oh, we still can't hear you, Tom. Sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Test it now. We can hear you. Now we got you.
Yeah, not the way it's
supposed
to be.
How you like me now?
Thought it was great. I give it like a 9 out of 10. Probably my second favorite Spider-Man movie, right after the first original Raimi one. Yeah, go see it. I think most people enjoy it. Since my sound is all effed up, I'm gonna get out of here. Check out Mead 2. I'll probably see Mark on Sunday night. So yeah.
Yep. Appreciate it. Yep. All right. Take care, Tom. Kids. Yep. Good seeing you. Yep. So I got my.
Yeah.
That is life size. I guess that is life size, right? Pretty much. Yeah.
That's your head, man.
That's my head. Oh, I got the tracking turned on.
Yeah, I just realized I don't have anything Spidey here. Oh no, that's not true. Well, I have Miles Morales, so that I don't know if
You
that
got
counts.
Miles. Okay, yeah.
People
So
are
it's got the
so
little
territorial.
tracking chip there. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Little
yeah, I
tracking
like that.
chip. Yeah, in the
Back of his
back
neck.
painted. Yep. And I guess there's a what's this little? Oh, that must be part of the injection. Oh, now my camera's going crazy. I got to turn off the. Come on, camera. Turn off the tracking here. There we go. I got this fancy new camera, but yeah. So, Paulie, how would you sum it up quickly? This movie.
Incredible. One of the best superhero movies in really many years. Go have fun. It is such a great ride. Even better the second time.
Yeah, yeah. And we got our buddy here, Headcase, is saying Madeline Pryor is the person in this movie, not Jean Grey. Please acknowledge that when you get a second. Well, like, well.
Wait a minute. Wasn't Madeline Pryor?
She's a clone of Jean Grey.
A clone of Jean.
Created by Mr. Sinister.
So we don't know if this is a clone or not.
Well, you don't know until you.
Right. It's not written like that. There's no even clues or subtleties that she could be a.
Yeah. It's not. It's not in there, but it's. I mean, you never know. There could be a switcheroo. But that's the beauty of comic books, right? You know, you can switcheroo things, and things will happen, and boom, you don't know. But that could be. That's interesting theory. Interesting theory. Yep, yep. Hey, on the Rumble side, dude, bro. Hey, dude, bro. Great to see you. All right. Well, we're gonna get on out of here. We did 2 hours. We're only gonna do like an hour. We did it in 2 hours. So thank you for everyone who's hanging out here. And let's just give our top fans a shout out. We got Marks 47, Claude Selling, Hember Jeremiah, Tim Hayes, Sins Corner, Shinaski, Resolute Germ, Professor R2, Paulie, Latino Slant, Depot 101, Tetrarch Apathy, Buddy Hepburn, Real Headcase, Stream Element Spot, Phil, and Corey. And on the vertical side, we had Arulto, Cogmez, David Kyle, Anonymous, Dixon, ZZYZX, Lazarus. Jamie was there. Eddie and Tom on Midnight's Edge was on the vertical too. So thank you, Paul. I always appreciate you hanging out with me and keeping me in shape there.
My man.
And you just catch the Spidey stretches. I was thinking of you in the
that was funny. Yeah,
in the courtyard. That was one of the moves we do, right? Yeah, the Spidey's like, it's always good to stretch out. You know,
he was actually doing a Warrior One pose, which we haven't done. I got to show that to you.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Yeah, there was some other stuff he was doing. He was like, yeah, we stretch like that. So.
We stretch like that. Yeah, yeah.
He's not in high school anymore.
All right, so everyone have a good one. Go see this movie, and we'll catch you on the geekery this Sunday night. So let's play the outro. When I gotta clip some I have no Spider-Man clips. That's got to be rectified. But all right, thanks everyone, and catch Paulie on his channel, and we'll see you soon. Later, Gators.
Fun storming the castle.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.